Hi everyone. Good afternoon, good evening to everybody that's joining. Thank you so much. Hi Sonali. You will be able to see the recording later, so don't worry. I will be putting it up like I did last time. Uh, I hope today's session will have a lot of takeaways that all of you will, kind of able to easily implement at home. So let me just give you a very quick brief before Ritu joins us. She should be up here in about 5-6 minutes. We are going to discuss, we are going to divide the session into two parts. The first, we are going to talk about negative energy, how it enters our physical space, how can we protect ourselves, and the importance of always, cleansing constantly. So, it's that is the first part, and the second part of the talk is going to be a lot about how the current energies are going to affect every zodiac. As we know that every zodiac has different ruling planets, different they come with a different set of characteristics, so every the current situation, the current energies that are there around us affect zodiacs in different ways. So Ritu is going to actually give us a breakdown on how it's affecting each zodiac and a remedy for that particular, and a solution or a remedy for that zodiac sign. Please remember that these are guidances and energy readings. They may or may not resonate with you. So if they do resonate, then take the remedy forward, do it, send us your feedback if it has worked for you. If they don't, then just take it as a guidance and let it go. I always just say this when I do readings as well. So once again, thank you all of you for joining. I'm just going to give another 2-3 minutes before Ritu joins in, and we'll then start. In the meanwhile, also to tell you that if you guys do have questions after the session, you may send me a direct message at tarot@kajalarsha on Instagram, or you can even email it to me at tarotbykajalarsha@gmail.com. I will try and answer as many questions and queries I have, or the ones that I receive. Ritu is also available on her Instagram at Ritu_Kantawala, and you can send her a direct message there as well in case there is something. Plus, we will be taking a few questions during this session. So, in case you have a quick question, please drop us a message and we'll get to it towards the end of our session. I'm so happy to see a lot of people joining in. Thank you everyone for coming in. Hi Preeti, thanks for joining. Hello, ALFSM26. I'm sorry, I can't accept your request to join the session. Okay, Ritu is here. So I'm just now going to wait for her request. Hi Ash, good to see you. Hello.
Hello. Hi, Kajal. Good to see you.
Hey, good to see you again. I'm
Yes.
so happy
Pleasure
that you're.
always.
So I have actually, before you came in, I had about 2-3 minutes. So I've already kind of, given a very small brief. But hi Sujay, nice to see you again. Um, I'm going to repeat the introduction again now that you are there. So
Yes.
as I mentioned earlier, that I am this particular particular live, we are dividing mainly over two main topics. We're going to start off first with negative energies, how they actually enter our homes, and what can we do to keep our surroundings and physical surroundings positive. What are some of the solutions? What are some of the tips that Ritu will be very happy to share with us? Um, and towards the second half of the life, we are going to talk a lot about how the energies are affecting every zodiac. As we know that every zodiac reacts in a different way to different energies, mainly because of their ruling planets and of course the way their zodiac is kind of made up. So Ritu will give us remedies also. And Ritu, as I always mention in all our readings, that take it when as it resonates with you. If it doesn't resonate, because this is a very general guidance that you will be giving them, and sometimes it may or may not resonate, and sometimes it may. So, let's we can start.
Yes.
And am I audible today? Is the volume and the light okay for us today?
Yes.
Okay.
It's good. So, firstly, thank you so much, Kajal, for having me on this live show today. And it is always a pleasure to connect with all you people out there. Thank you for joining in this live chat. I hope you can take back some good remedies, some good solutions and tips. That's what today's session is all going to be about. So, firstly, we will begin with negative energies. How do they enter your space? I'm
Okay.
sure all.
So I'm going to just I'm going to frame the question because I'm getting a lot of questions in the last couple of days. So,
Okay.
Ritu, we talk a lot about negative energy entering our homes.
Right.
Uh, in a time like this, where we are not going out, hardly,
Right.
I mean, not going out except for essentials.
Right.
And thank you, Sujay. The audio and video is perfect, he says. I'm happy. Okay,
Yeah.
so we are not going out.
Right.
People are not coming into our homes.
Right.
So when you say negative energy entering our physical environment,
Yes.
how does that happen? Because there is complete restriction of people coming in and meeting people. We are distancing ourselves completely socially. So
Yes.
what is the I would say the quickest way for negative energy to enter your homes?
Yes. So we don't realize, we feel that negative energy is only people may be coming to your house or things like that, that it is coming externally. But what I'd like to explain today, negative energy enters our house through different channels, through different ways. Something as simple as your news. So we are daily listening to news. We have to keep abreast with what is happening. But when you see the figures, when you hear about people dying, when you hear all this negativity, it creates so much stress in you. It creates so much negativity in you that in turn goes into your aura, and then you in turn transfer to your environment. So it's as simple as just watching news, seeing corpses, seeing state of affairs of people suffering, and it really disturbs everybody, and we don't realize it, but it is being transferred to your surrounding as well. Secondly, when you go out probably to get essentials or for something, when you return, you come back with so much fear. There's so much fear, anxiety, which you are carrying because of the exposure. So that again, we've all become so paranoid. We keep sanitizing things, and which is very important and needed today. So, but we are carrying that fear back into our space. So all this creates a lot of negativity, which in turn goes into your environment. Something
Okay.
as something as simple as a TV.
Right. Yeah. So, like for example, I mean, we are right now. We have so much time on our hands. I mean, besides
Right.
people who are working from home, just to keep ourselves entertained. There's so much of Netflix and, I mean, lots of channels, and there are
Right.
lots of different kinds of content which is coming. So, do you
Right.
feel that also kind of gets into our aura? Like sometimes you would watch like a really dark movie, or
Yes.
you may actually like that type of content. It is absolutely okay, but you feel that affects your physical aura.
Absolutely. So a lot of Netflix happening, people watching murder, crime. I mean, that's what people like watching today, but then they don't realize it is percolating into their subconscious mind. It is percolating into them, and in turn, it will go around into the environment. So what happens is that we don't even realize we do it for pure entertainment. entertainment, but unknowingly, subconsciously, it enters. So it's not like I would suggest don't watch. I would just say cleanse. After that, what is needed is to cleanse. Maybe yourself, which we dealt with in the last chat. And this time, what I would like to suggest is how you can cleanse your environment, your surrounding. Also,
Sure.
like simple thing like women of the house. Suppose she is not in a good frame of mind, and if she is cooking, it is going to get infused into the food which we consume, and that in turn again the whole environment of the house, the whole mood, the whole vibe gets affected. So what we need to do is to see that in such a scenario, the best we can do for our house with the best things available, how we can cleanse and how we can filter all this negativity out.
Okay, so Ritu, if you were to kind of just like to sum it up, you are saying that everything that we are watching, everything that we are hearing, or everything that
Yes.
we are seeing, not
Yeah.
in person but across mediums, definitely affects us. And you're
Yes.
saying that there should be a constant cleansing process that we must undergo. So,
Yes.
what would you tell? What would be some of the solutions, keeping in
Yes.
mind we probably may have limited resources right now, but
Yes.
some things may be available in the house, or what are the things that we can do,
Yes.
kind of to keep our aura clean? Because I feel that is extremely important in every behavior
Absolutely.
pattern.
Very, very
Aura is extremely important in anything that you decide to do. So yeah.
true. So the most important thing is to cleanse and to filter out this negativity, which we've already discussed how it enters. Now,
Right.
when we go into that, we have limited resources. We all understand. I cannot give solutions which require you to go and get stuff during this pandemic and lockdown. So, what I am going to give you today is basically using your 5 elements, 5 basic elements, and
Yeah.
something which is very, very doable, very handy, and that would show you instant results. You will feel better. So to start with, firstly, I would suggest use incense, use sage, could be camphor, could be dhoop, it could be Bhakhoor, it could be Loban, whatever is handy. What you need to do is burn it. So by burning this, you are trying to ward off all the negative energy. See that you kind of move it all around your house. Keep all your windows open. It's very important to have the windows open. You do not want the negativity to stay in the house. So keep the windows open. Move this loban or dhoop or incense all around your house, and see that, the smoke and the negativity goes out of your window.
Okay.
This can be done in the day, it can be done at sunset, whatever is convenient to you. You must do it at least once a day.
Okay.
So this definitely helps. Then to add on to this, keep your windows open. This is very, very important for the air element, for the space element. You need that fresh air to come into your house. That is pure positive energy. So avoid using the air conditioner 24/7. Switch it off for some time. Allow some fresh air coming into your house. I know summers are here and it is getting very warm. But try and take out that little time where you can have that fresh air coming into your window. Also the sunlight. Sunlight being positive energy, and as you know, even in tarot, sun being the most important card. So sun is so important for us, and now that we are getting so much less of it with less exposure, less going out, the only way out is keep your windows open. So that is my second suggestion. Third would be declutter. What you need to do is declutter your house, clean it up, cleanse it, so that you do not have unwanted baggage lying around, things which are of no use, which are broken. These are all things which have already absorbed negative energy, like you have chipped glass, or you have a clock which is not working, or you have things which are broken. Don't keep them around in your house. This is the time where you can cleanse, where you can remove them from your house.
Okay.
So, get down to a total cleansing of your house and remove all the unnecessary things, get rid of them. And you will see, as you declutter that, even your mind will declutter. So declutter your space.
Okay.
Furthermore, there are more suggestions. I would suggest when you mop the floors, put a pinch of sea salt.
Okay.
Sea salt is very, very good to remove negative energy. Like I suggested last time, even for your physical self, you can take a bath.
Yes.
Secondly, I suggest you put this sea salt in your water for mopping. So you
Right.
sweep the floor, and
Right.
that again helps in removing negative energy. Also, you could have it lying in a bowl in
Yeah.
places. Okay,
Yeah.
this again, it kind of sucks in all the negative energy, and weekly you can change this. So you could do it on a Saturday, keep it in a bowl in different parts of your house, and then next Saturday change it. So this is coarse sea salt, which is easily available at any grocery store. Any kirana has it, you know.
Okay.
So
Okay.
use this sea salt, that would also definitely help you. Finally, you could also use swastika.
Hmm.
Swastika is a symbol which you can put in 4 directions. The
Right.
swastika is a symbol which you could even download from the net, and or make it at the 4 directions of your house. As per Vastu, we have many more directions. We have 16, but I would suggest stick to your 4 north, south, east, west. That is the 4 corners of your house. You make these symbols. This again adds to your protection. Now, what about cases where you have people in your surrounding who may have got the corona virus, who have got affected by COVID?
Yeah.
What do you do about that? I would suggest then you need to put a lamp with mustard oil and burn it at your entrance.
Okay. Any particular direction? Like
Any direction, it should be out of your house. Your
left or
daily,
right of
yeah,
your
it
left or
should
right
be,
of your
it should be on the right side. One
Okay.
lamp with mustard oil.
Okay.
Okay, sarso ka tel, and that also definitely helps. So
Okay.
these suggestions, I'm using fire, I'm using air, and now I go to water. How do you use water to cleanse your environment? What I suggest is keep water in a glass or a kalash. Keep it
Okay.
in your temple. You could keep it in your altar or your space where you meditate or pray, whatever your place where you are, kind of praying.
Right.
And keep that water, don't cover it. And you
Okay.
pray. You finish your
Okay.
prayers,
Hmm.
that water gets infused and charged.
Okay.
Okay, so you use that water, sprinkle it all around your house. By doing that, you're using this positively charged water to cleanse your home. So
Okay.
this is again a very, very good tip where you're using the water element along with the earlier one I told you about the mopping with the sea
Right.
salt water. So we
Yes.
are using basically elements.
Okay. Okay.
Then we come to the earth element.
Yes.
Okay, when I talk about earth element, have plants like you could have the feng shui plant, you could have the tulsi, you could have things like that around your house.
Okay.
Okay, these again add to the positivity. This brings in Mother Earth. You could have crystals, you could have things like that, which would again kind of add to the positive energy. What they do is they suck up all the negativity. So many times you will see that your plant, if it is not blooming well, or if it's not green, obviously it needs more energy. You need to take more care of it, and there is a lot of negativity in your environment. That is a sure short kind of a signal.
Okay, I'm going to interrupt you. There's a very interesting question which has come.
Huh.
How often should we do the cleansing of the house?
I would suggest at least in the current scenario, at least thrice a week, you should. I
Okay.
wouldn't say, do everything every day, but even if you could incorporate one of it daily is amazing.
Okay.
Any
Okay.
of these 10 suggestions I'm giving you today, if you could even do one of them, like just light an incense or any of these would
Yeah.
definitely help. But if
Okay.
you'd like to try all of them, most welcome, because I'm using all the elements today.
I
Okay.
also want to let everybody that's listening in know that this is not only because right now we are in a pandemic and a very negative and a challenging time. This cleansing should be like a daily ritual for yourself, because on a daily basis we go out, we meet a lot of people, and we carry all that energy back home. So, you want to
Yes.
keep your house at a positive, yourself, your house physically positive all the time. So it's not necessary that you do this only right now when, a situation around you is a very challenging time. So, it's not only meant for the COVID pandemic that we are all going through, but it's also for an everyday, routine that you can actually imbibe in your daily life. Okay.
Yes.
So now that we have kind of you given us the solutions, how to keep
There's
us
still there's still some more.
strong. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah,
Okay. So I want to add to the earth element your
yeah,
sleeping position. So
yeah. I think I was
always,
just going to come. There are a lot
yeah.
of nightmares, right, in the night, and there is a
Yes.
particular position that you should sleep and you will sleep.
Yes. There's
Okay.
so much of sleep disturbance happening, especially during this time. One of the things could be simple that you are not sleeping in the correct direction.
Right,
What you need to do is sleep with your head in the south. This
right,
has been scientifically proven that it
right.
will help you to get good sound sleep. It is good for your health. It will help your mind get calm, avoid those, awful nightmares. And basically, also, I would suggest keep all your electronics away.
Okay,
Keep your cell phone away, your laptop, your iPad. Don't sleep with it close to you because that creates unnecessary vibrations and that disturbs your sleep as well. So see that for a peaceful, calm sleep, you put away everything and see that you sleep with your head in the south. Now,
okay.
one more element I would like to use for cleansing your environment is sound. Now, since we're hearing so much of negative things over the news, we hear it from people, from WhatsApp, from here, there, from people calling and, giving us news. We need to even cleanse the sound energy, basically, the vibrations. So, how do we do that? I would suggest you need to put on some good chants. It could be the Mahamrityunjay, it could be the Hanuman Chalisa, it could be a simple thing like ringing the bell, it could be the chimes, or it could even be a singing bowl.
Yeah,
Something as simple as that. But do this at least once a day, and you will even cleanse those vibrations which have been created by all the negative news that is coming to us. So you're cleansing the sound energy as well. By doing this, you will see slowly, you are able to cleanse all this negativity which is percolating into our space, into our surrounding. So these are few tips and they're quite doable, they're quite easy. There's nothing that you really need to, outsource or get. So I think just try it and see what works with you. Yeah.
perfect. Okay. So I'm just wanting you to repeat the position that you said we should sleep in to avoid
Head,
the
yeah,
night. Head should be in the south.
in the south,
Okay.
always.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've been somebody sometime back, or maybe I've read it somewhere, said
Hmm.
that you should never wake up with a television screen or a mirror in front
Yes.
of you. So
Yes.
is that also a
Yes.
thing for
It's a it's
cleansing,
a
or
it's a dosh. It's a vastu dosh. As in, what you are doing is you're reflecting yourself sleeping. You're
oh,
reflecting yourself in a sleeping position. Mirror, definitely, you're reflecting. But television, many people don't realize. And they sleep opposite that. And television also reflects you sleeping. So what you could do is just cover it when
okay,
not in use. That would
okay,
be an easy solution.
okay, 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 okay. So there were a few questions. You want me to take them now, or we'll take all of them later towards the end?
We can take a few now, then move
Okay.
on to the sun signs
So
also.
there was a question that came very early on. Just one second. Let me get it for you.
Also, I cannot
Okay.
take people's name individually, but it is so nice to see all of you all here. Thank you so much. I see a lot of my clients, friends, family, everybody who has joined in. Thank you so much.
Okay, so there is a question which was there, that is there a personal assessment way where you can kind of assess your own aura? Is there like a way that you can understand whether now your aura needs cleaning or you're
Yes.
okay? So
Yes.
how do you check? How do you keep that check?
Yeah. So, what is aura? Firstly, for everyone to understand, it's your luminous energy which is around you. It is all out there. how do you know you have an aura? Simple example I can give you is like when you're walking and you feel somebody is behind you, automatically without even looking back, you know someone is in your space. So that is your aura. Okay,
Okay.
it's all around you, and that is something you need to all the time protect. The minute this gets dented, there are more chances for physical ailments, mental depression, emotional upheavals, things like that happening. So how do you know this has happened? Either you are falling sick too much, or you are getting too moody, you're getting mood swings, you're getting too emotional about things. Definitely your aura needs cleansing, you need to strengthen it. And like I said the last time, for personal cleansing, you could visualize yourself in a pyramid, you could have a sea salt bath, things like that to kind of strengthen yourself,
Absolutely.
your aura. And
Okay.
this you will instinctively come to know, as well as people around you come to know that something's not right today with her or him. He is behaving a little strange. You could have some depression. It could be even just not feeling up to the mark, physically down. That means somewhere your aura has been affected by all the negativity that is around you.
Okay, cool. Okay, so now let's move to the
Yeah.
second major topic for
Yes.
today. So
Yes.
Ritu is going to now give us a lowdown on how the current energy situation is affecting all of us by the zodiac. So are we doing sun signs, Ritu?
Yeah,
We're doing
we are
sun signs.
doing the Western sun signs, and
Okay.
we know we all are affected by this pandemic.
Yes.
It has affected each one of us. But
Yes.
what I have done today is I've done a tarot reading as to how each sun sign has been affected, what they need to be more careful about, as well as giving them one remedy.
Okay.
So,
Perfect.
because it's not necessary, you being a Scorpion, me an Aquarian, it's not necessary that I am dealing with the pandemic and the lockdown the same way as you are. So,
Absolutely.
so it affects me differently, you differently, Kajal. So, similarly, different sun signs. So, I thought this would be a very helpful thing for
Yeah.
different sun signs.
Yeah, because on a daily basis, getting reading requests, right? What next? What next
Yes.
for me?
Yes.
For me. So this will be nice.
Absolutely.
So we start off as usual with Aries.
Yes. We begin with Aries.
Okay.
For Aries, I have the card suggesting that they are going to be physically affected. So they need to be careful. They are more susceptible. So they need to build their immunity. They need to take correct decisions, be wise about, exposure, about going out, and be extra precautious about things. Next, we will have Taurus. Taurus, I see Taurians are going to be emotionally affected. So their emotions need to be kind of balanced. What is important is they should engage in activities they enjoy. Anything that they like doing, they should engage in those activities that will kind of help them to uplift their emotions. Next, we have Gemini. Geminis are going to be mentally affected. They'll be worrying too much, worrying about themselves, about their near and dear ones, too much of worry. So, how would they deal with this? I would suggest they need to meditate. They need to be calm. They need to calm down all this energy. Next, we have Cancer. Cancerians also would be mentally affected. They can pray. They can also keep a positive attitude. So think positively, see the brighter side of things rather than the glass half full rather than half empty. So change their focus and be more positive. As far as Leos are concerned, I see they are going to be both mentally and emotionally affected. Okay, so they could even enter into a little depression. They need to take care. For them, Bach flower remedies would be excellent. Also, relaxation techniques, deep breathing. This is something they should focus on to calm themselves and also to, avoid the depression.
Ritu, I'll take a pause for a second.
Yes. Yes.
Sorry.
No problem.
Okay.
Okay. So next we have Virgo. So for Virgos, they are going to be physically and mentally affected. So Virgos must be very, very careful. They should be careful because they sometimes try to be very brave and go out there. So they need to be careful about exposure to this virus. Also, they need to be careful about being mentally affected. So they need to use their mental energy in something new. Try doing new activities, something that is challenging, which uses their mental abilities. Also, they could do online courses. This would really, really help the Virgos. Next, we have Libra. So Librans, I see, would be mentally affected. What they should do is change their thinking, change their perspective. Then they would quickly recover. So they don't take much time. They would bounce back. But at the moment, what they should do is change their thinking. Okay, change their focus. Next, we have Scorpions. Scorpions could be physically affected. They need to take care, especially of their diet, their exercise regime. Also, minimum exposure, stay at home as far as possible. This would be my advice for all Scorpions. That's you as well. Okay. Next, we have Sagittarius. Sagittarians are going to be mentally disturbed. So they should avoid anger, aggression, frustration, temper. These are things which they need to deal with. So the best way out is to meditate. Meditate and calm down all your energies. This will help you to, take care of all these negative things. Next, we have Capricorn. For Capricorn, we have the card suggesting they're going to be physically affected. So my suggestion would be have warm things. Avoid all cold things. Just stick to warm things and also take good decisions. Take care of your physical health. Next, we have Aquarians. Aquarians would be emotionally disturbed. Okay, they would miss their loved ones. So for them, my advice would be stay connected to your near and dear ones, to your family and friends. That would make you feel much better. And thanks to technology, you can actually, be connected with everyone. So I see that Aquarians would be emotionally disturbed. Finally, we have Pisces. The Pisceans would be mentally distressed. They would be very worried about financial matters, about the economy and things like that, playing very heavy on them. So what they need to do is engage in activities like painting, cooking, maybe music, playing an instrument, anything like that that could, kind of divert their attention. Because yes, economy is affected financially, everyone's going to be affected, but don't let this kind of weigh you down in the current scenario. So these are few readings I've done for the sun signs, along with suggestions and tips.
One has
Now we could,
requested
yeah,
to repeat Taurus. I think you missed it.
Taurus. Okay, sure. So for Taurus, we had got, I think, mental, depression, and emotional card. Basically, that they would be emotionally affected. What they need to do is engage in activities they enjoy. These activities could be anything, but something that makes you happy, gives you a feel good factor, and lifts you up emotionally. So that is
Okay.
for the Taurus. Yeah.
And somebody also asked you that when you say warm water,
Yes.
the remedy, I think for the
Yes.
Aries is what you said, warm water.
Capricorn. For
Yeah,
Capricorn.
Capricorn. Can they add some haldi to it?
Oh,
Honey.
yes, very good. Turmeric is excellent.
Okay.
You could even make a kind of a mix of tulsi, haldi, ginger. You could mix all this and take. And I've suggested this to few people and they're doing extremely well. So this even avoids your normal cough and cold.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah.
could just have this on a daily basis. Even vitamin C in the form of lemon. So you need not go into tablets. You could just take it from your kitchen and use all these herbs.
Ritu, what I'm going to suggest to you is post this chat,
Yeah,
all the readings that you have with the remedies. If you're
yeah,
going to just put it on a document, and then we can share it,
for sure.
across. people that are going to be eventually watching this again, as
Yes.
they know that it's available on the IGTV for a while. So we can
Right.
even share the link to a document that they can just, then click and watch their own, figure it out. So,
Sure.
so people, for those who have probably missed their zodiac, while in case you've not been able to join at the right time, all of this information will be available back on Ritu's social media as well as my social media, and you can take it from either one of us, which is not a problem. Or, as I mentioned earlier, please drop in a message to her with your zodiac, and I'm sure she'll be happy to, kind of copy paste and send you the remedy back again.
Sure.
Okay. Now that we've done individual zodiacs, I had something that just came to my mind when you were, kind of talking about the individual zodiacs. Uh,
Yes.
how does, so for example, I may be a Scorpio sun sign, but my moon sign may be different.
Yes.
So with that, should I take a mix of both remedies? Like for example, I'm not sure what my moon sign is, but I could be, let's say, a Gemini.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you consider when you are giving these remedies? Are you only consider the
Only
Western
the
zodiac?
sun sign. I am sticking to the sun sign
Okay, okay,
because
okay,
that's what I'm going by as far as this
okay,
reading is concerned.
okay,
And as you know,
okay.
in tarot, the more specific you are, the better
Yeah,
answers you get. So
absolutely.
just sticking to that. And
Okay.
the current scenario is such that it is affecting everybody.
Yeah,
All sun signs, but differently. Some people
absolutely.
can deal with it in a better way, and some have their own ways to deal with it. So this
Absolutely.
is just kind of few tips which could help you, and you realize, okay, maybe this is affecting me mentally. I should change my focus, maybe meditate, pray, maybe get into activities I enjoy. So it's like that, to each his own, as per his sun side.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's one question which has come, which I found a little interesting.
Yeah.
Is there anything you can do to keep toddlers energetic, because they become very cranky, right? I mean, they're not used to being cooped up in the house all day.
Right.
But I feel that if you, as an individual or as a parent, are
Hmm.
energetic and positive enough, I think the toddlers will be taken
Yes.
care of automatically. They're too small to even kind of understand what is going on.
Yes.
So I think I've answered that on your behalf.
Also
For
keep your environment positive.
yeah,
Keep the whole energy around the toddler very, very positive.
yeah,
I'm sure even they will absorb that positive
yeah, yeah,
energy. So
yeah.
keep your windows open, like I said, allow the sunlight to come in, keep your area clean, and these things will even energize the children. Yeah.
Any other quick tips that you would like to give overall for everybody, be it like in terms of your remedies that you just gave, like
Yeah.
physically, mentally, emotionally, anything else generally that people should just be doing
Yeah.
to not let these energies affect very, very badly or negatively to them?
Yeah, so I would also suggest some good crystals. Of course, this is not the time, I understand people may not, but those who have crystals at home, this is the time where you can use them for healing. They
Correct.
are amazing. The black tourmaline, and then you have the smoky quartz. All of these are extremely helpful. If you just keep them in a bowl, they again absorb a lot of negative energy. So you could use crystals. People who are used to, who are into readings and into spiritual, you need to cleanse yourself also. So the water I talked about being charged, in your temple after your prayers, that water you could use to cleanse yourself as well. So there are different things in which you can, not only cleanse your environment, you need to even cleanse yourself. So both are important, you as well as your environment. Nothing can exist independent. So both need to be cleansed, basically.
Okay. Uh, how to cope with depression if you're staying indoors? Again, I think it's all a matter of keeping yourself and your mind clean
Yeah.
and cleansed is what I
Yeah,
would
so
kind of say.
engage in activities you enjoy. See that you listen to good news as well as like good things, not only bad, depressing news, watching dead bodies and watching those numbers rising. Also see good things, good, try to hear some good mantras. Like I said, use sound energy. Sound energy is something we are not using on a daily basis. People don't realize that we are only taking in negative. What about some positive as well? Hear something good, some good discourses maybe, and that will also help you. That will help you come out of the depression. Learn some calming techniques. You have so much online also, meditations, and try and do that. Maybe join some of these online courses and learn to meditate. That will help you. Also, depression is something you should not take very lightly. Like I said, of course, physical health, we all are being very careful. We are wearing masks and gloves and sanitizing. But, mentally, how it's affecting all of us, we will only come to know in few months from now what the damage it is done. So right now is the time where you should realize that, yes, okay, I am getting depressed. Pull yourself out of it. Connect with people. Take help.
Yes.
It will really, really help you.
Okay. So we have a question which I think I'll just answer on your behalf. When do you think we will be out of this pandemic? So if you have seen the last talk that Ritu and me had last week, Ritu, last Saturday, I think.
Yes, last Saturday. Yeah.
So she had given an approximate time frame where it basically was very clearly mentioned that we are looking at a slow, very, very slow recovery starting June, is what Ritu had mentioned. We are not going to be out of this pandemic one fine
No.
morning.
No.
It is a long process, and the immunity, the immunization of the world as a whole, the globe as
Yes.
a whole, is going to take a long time. Nothing till the vaccine is not out, and we are not
Yes.
seeing a vaccine till about 2021 is what we had what you had
Yes.
suggested.
And even the vaccine not necessarily will work because
Yes.
the virus mutating. So we
Yes.
are not very sure that that vaccine which comes out will be fully effective. What
Yes.
you need to do is build your immunity. At some stage, even if you are exposed, you should be able to fight it. So
Okay.
herd immunity is something we are all going to be going in for. I mean, how long would a lockdown continue?
Yes.
Finally, things will open up.
Yes.
And then
Absolutely.
what? Your exposure is going to be there. So start building your immunity from right now. That is what I would say. And I don't see things even opening up fully until almost till maybe September. Gradually things will all start getting back to normal. We are just
Yes.
crawling towards normalcy. Yeah.
Absolutely. The next question is: does clear quartz and amethyst work for cleansing?
Oh, yes, definitely. Clear quartz is very good for focus. So, your intention is very important. When you use clear quartz, what you need to do is put in that intent that I need to cleanse myself. So, then it becomes a stone for cleansing, it becomes a crystal for cleansing. So, use the clear quartz, it's very good. And amethyst is very good for even harmony. It is a very, very good stone for relationships. So, you could use a combination of both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think that is it for questions. We are almost done with our time. Ritu, any last minute notes?
I
Any insights?
I would
We will
also
be coming
add,
for our third session very soon.
yeah,
We'll figure if, again, guys, if there's a particular topic you want us to discuss or anything that you want us to kind of go live with, do send me a message, or can send Ritu a message, and we definitely would love to interact with all of you all over again. It's always very, very heartening to see a lot of these people, that have joined us today.
yeah,
So anything else in particular that you want us to? I'm sure Ritu will be more than happy, and I, of
yes,
course, always happy to
absolutely,
interact
yes,
with Ritu at any time, so that's not an issue.
sure.
Your last minute thoughts, and I'll give my last minute thoughts after you give yours.
Okay, so I would just wish everyone a happy, healthy life. I would wish that we all come out of this very positive and we deal with it in the best possible manner. Also, from going back to what I'd suggested earlier, don't forget to even light your candles, the white and the green ones. White for peace and harmony, green for healing. Healing not only for yourself and family, but world healing for people all around the world who have been affected. So you could even add on to that. And I would just say that keep positive, be focused that this shall pass and we will come out of it for sure.
Okay, so my last minute thoughts, of course, remedies were very, very helpful, very quick. It's not a lot of work that you have to do every day. Cleansing is something that I definitely believe in, and being a reader myself, I think it's also important to keep that aura clean, particularly when you're
Yes.
working with energy on a daily basis. And
Right.
yes, as you rightly mentioned to me separately in a call, that because we meet so many people energetically on a
Ye-
daily basis, we tend to absorb the
Yes.
negativity that they may be going through a certain, and you just tend to absorb it because that's where that's
Yeah.
where the world, that's where your job is actually. So
Yeah.
it's important to not keep your thoughts and your body and your surroundings absolutely very clear and clean. So
Yeah.
thank you, Ritu, once again on behalf of everybody that has joined us. Thank you everybody that joined in today. I hope that there is a lot that you can take away from this session. As I mentioned, Ritu will send the remedies across to us by the Zodiac, so it will be available on all our social medias. I'm just going to go over all our handles when what is available for you to connect with us. Ritu is on Instagram as Ritu_Kantawala, and also on Facebook by her same name. I am also available on Facebook by Intaro by Kajal Arsha, and same handle for my Instagram. You guys can drop us a direct message, a Facebook note, and we will definitely be able to help you. Ritu is also available for personal sessions. Drop in a message, book a slot with her. You will get your answers, people. Take it from somebody that does it on a regular basis. So I'm looking forward to our third session very
Yes.
soon, and we'll keep
Absolutely.
all of you updated. Have a great evening, everyone, and a super weekend. Tomorrow is Mother's Day, so wishing all the mothers out there very happy
Yes.
Mother's Day.
Yes.
And that's it, Ritu. Signing off. It was
Signing
great
off.
today
Yes.
again, and
Yes.
we'll connect again soon.
Thank you, Kajal. Thank you, everyone out there. It was a pleasure and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. See you. Bye bye.